Recession-proof businesses tend not to be flashy. They go under the radar. They're just there behind the scenes, quietly ticking away. And the cleaning industry, especially the wheelie bin cleaning industry, it fits in so well to as close to a recession-proof thing as you could ever realistically get. And a great example of that, or great examples of that is, so this month we're coming up to our 18th year, and which I'm very happy about. Now, I didn't know it at the time, and I'll tell you why shortly, but when I started on my own, it was right at the start of the financial crisis. It was late 2007, early 2008, and do you know what? I wasn't aware that there were people with not enough money to spend on cleaning bins, and also when I started then, wheelie bin cleaning, it was not widespread at all. And we kept climbing really with customers constantly throughout that whole year, and then it definitely wasn't longer than a year, it might even have been less, that we never advertised after the first year for bin cleaning customers. It was incredible, and it was really just word of mouth then. But I think I was also known in the community, so that kind of helps. And it's definitely something that we would help you with as a franchise, because I would come to you if you wanted me to. I'd come to your area and we'd work it out together, the best marketing plan, because there's so many different ways of marketing this as a franchise that you'd have, and we've tried loads of different ways of marketing, and some are surprisingly good in certain localities. And I mean, there's one way we've marketed here, and it was completely by accident, and it just works in our locality, and it may well work in yours. And so back to this recession proof, as much as you can get recession proof. So basically, we started and we grew at our biggest rate during the biggest financial crisis the world has seen in modern history. And there were two other outside factors I can remember during the time that we've been cleaning bins that, in fact, I think there's been three things, and in the order that they came, we had at one point a very large employer, a building society here, and everyone and the dog round here worked there, and that went through it wasn't a rebrand, they were bought out by somebody else, and even before that, they've sort of restructured, and a lot of people had redundancies and stuff, and we didn't see a blip of issue there. And then there was Brexit, if anyone remembers that. That was, at the time, a lot of people were very worried about that. We saw no detrimental effect to that at all. And then COVID, that was just, it was chaos, really, because as a business owner, we had no solid point of reference. As a general rule, the information from up on high, the government and any other bodies, was don't work, but if you can work, go to work. So I had a very difficult decision to make at that time. But our model of how we do wheelie bin cleaning is each guy works on their own, and you franchise, you'll work on your own. You can work as a team if you want, but we just haven't structured it like that, because then that's two people's wages, and you just don't need it with the equipment we've got at all. So you're on your own. You know, if you do see customers, you can keep them quite easily at a reasonable distance. And we had, and I've got one of them up in the office, we had people calling us and emailing us saying that it was so good to see us out doing what we're doing, because cleaning was a big issue at the time. And it was a magical time for us. We had 2 days off, and after that it was just incredible, because there was not, apart from there being no traffic at all, loads of people saw us about. It was an incredible time. So, you know, we've been through one local big issue could have been, and 2 national, international things, 4 if you count the starting in the financial crisis. And why is that? Why do these types of businesses work so well through these issues? And that is, well, with ours, so with wheelie bin cleaning, what it is you're taking a relatively small amount of money from a wide selection of people, and that can be office workers, factory workers, solicitors, lawyers, and everything in between that you can imagine. So if one profession's been hit, the other professions aren't at all. So a great example, oh yes, and before I give you that example, the other thing is and we understood this more so from the reaction we got at COVID, was we were an essential service. So we noticed that people would give up the window cleaning if they had to, and window cleaning per house generally is more expensive than having your wheelie bins cleaned. So people, if they had to, were in our experience giving up the window cleaning but not the wheelie bin cleaning. It was much more of an essential thing. So that gives you a good couple of reasons why wheelie bin cleaning is more safe for recession purposes than most other businesses. And the other thing that helps as well is we've based what we do on delivering more than we promise and being incredibly reliable. And also, one of the things that I didn't realise we did early on, but I do now, and we fully utilise it, and also will do with franchises, is we make the customer experience so good that we've had customers say to us, if every other business we dealt with was as easy to deal with as yours, the world would be a very easy place. So we find that creates an incredible loyalty from your customers, and we have had, and we will have, it will happen with your franchise and we'll help you with it, is you get people coming into wheelie bin cleaning who think they can do it better than everybody else and undercut everybody, and generally what I think happens is people see wheelie bin cleaning as an easy entry in. It's not rocket science, but what they don't understand is, and this is most people who start any business on their own, is running a business in itself is a big deal. I can't think of a better way of saying it, but you basically need to be taught how to do that, or you make loads of mistakes for years before you get it right, if you ever get it right. And all that's happened with us is when you get that, it raises the profile of bin cleaning in total, and then when those people fold and realised that they can't make enough money on an ongoing long-term basis, day in, day out, then those customers inevitably come to the ones that are left, and that is our experience. So, okay, it's not glamorous, but when you see the money coming in on a regular basis, it feels incredibly secure and stable. And if we've not just survived but thrived through those 4 specific and difficult times for most people, then this has stood the test of time, and we'll pack all of that into one of our franchises for you.